Brendan Thompson brought his kids up on this river. His son Tane started paddling when he was a toddler.
He started paddling in nappies, literally.
After over 10 years of water sports in the Nahoon Estuary, Tane became seriously ill.
He got a bacterial infection from the 𝗀𝗃 in the water. He ended up in hospital.
But Tane wasn't the only paddle skier getting sick. South African champions 𝗙𝗵𝗶𝘀𝗆 and Daniel van Zyl-Smith both got bacterial infections after training in the Nahoon Estuary.
I have gotten sick from this river. It's about being 3 days sick and then maybe 4 days of being like weak and tired. So it's a week of training I've missed out.
I started paddling way back when I was a little toddler. The water was always clear. I could see like the bottom, the fish swimming. And now some mornings when we go paddle, I can just smell sewage.
For years, the Nahoon Estuary in the Eastern Cape has been a haven for water sports enthusiasts and elite athletes from around the world. But when sewage started flowing into the river, the water quality began to deteriorate.
When did the problem start with the sewage spilling into the facility?
I don't know how far back it goes, but 15 years ago, Merrifield School had a Merrifield Mile, and they stopped it because it was just too polluted.
Retired town planner 𝗀𝗃 𝗀𝗃 volunteered to help the municipality work on a solution to ensure this estuary's future. But unfortunately, after 2 years of all talk and no action, 𝗀𝗃, together with other stakeholders, are now taking the municipality to the High Court. Over the past year, they've won 3 High Court orders against Buffalo City Municipality to stop the illegal spillage of sewage into the Nahoon Estuary.
The estuary itself, it's such a magical place. It's so beautiful here that it's something worth fighting for, I think.
Torquay Road is one of the most affluent areas in East London. These are the city's top ratepayers. It is also one of the hotspots where sewage is overflowing into the estuary.
You can smell it.
Oh my God, here it is.
Oh, goodness gracious. It's madness.
To imagine that you've paid millions of rands to live in a place like this, and every day this is the smell that you're greeted with. I don't even want to breathe.
According to 𝗀𝗃, these pipes are carrying sewage to the nearby Nahoon Beach pump station. But because the Buffalo City population has doubled in the past 20 years, these sewage pipes can no longer handle all the residents' waste. So instead of building an overflow dam to contain the sewage until it can be disposed of, the municipality simply built a purpose-made overflow into this stream, which illegally flows directly into the Nahoon Estuary. This stream also flows through resident 𝗵𝗶𝘀𝗆 Balfour's multi-million rand home.
𝗵𝗶𝘀𝗆, when did you start living here and what was it like back then?
In 2012, we could see a nice stream running through the property, and there'd be some small pools of fish. We even had a stingray trapped one time, but now with all this dirty and grey water.
You'd never jump off there and into the river, like we see in the movies. You know, in the movies is that...
Oh, no, I wouldn't dare. We can't ski. If you fall into the water, you're in deep trouble.
To comply with the law, 𝗀𝗃𝗃 levels for recreational waters must be less than 500 counts per 100 millilitres. Last year, on average, the readings in the Nahoon Estuary were 6 times that amount, and at some point, the readings were 28,000 per 100 millilitres, which is 56 times over. So any humans that come into contact with the highly toxic water could potentially get sick. Although Brendan's son's doctors couldn't confirm it, Tane had spent so much time in the river that they believed that his bacterial infection was from the extremely high 𝗀𝗃𝗃 levels in the Nahoon River, which landed Tane in ICU.
It started attacking his organs. It actually got to the point where it actually attacked his pericardium as well, which is the lining around the heart, and he ended up having a heart operation. In fact, he nearly died.
Water hyacinth is an invasive alien plant that thrives off phosphates, which in this case is human fecal matter. It is a telltale sign that a river is in distress. Until a few weeks back, this whole area of the river was smothered wall to wall in water hyacinth, which grow extremely rapidly in sewage, suffocating plants and animals. But they have since been washed out to sea.
The amount of sewage that is currently flowing into the system is fertilizing these plants and has allowed them to take over. Without these sewage spills, we wouldn't have these invasive species.
Professor 𝗀𝗫𝗂𝗃 is the Deputy Director of the Centre for Biological Control at Rhodes University. She has been studying the effect of these invasive plant species on this ecosystem for years.
So Julie, what's the consequence of these sewage leaks on the ecosystem of the Nahoon Estuary?
They're growing out and they're covering the entire surface. What that does is it blocks light penetrating the water column. And light is essential for life in the water body. No light penetrating, no oxygen is being produced. We say that the system is becoming completely anoxic. And so your indigenous fish are dying off, the plants are dying off, the river will die.
Besides Torquay Road, the other big hotspot is here, where sewage is entering the estuary from a nearby low-income housing settlement, 𝗵𝗶𝗀𝗆𝗆.
This is the culvert that brings the stormwater from 𝗵𝗶𝗀𝗆𝗆. That contains a lot of sewerage. They take water tests every week, and this is where you can see this very area where it's the worst in the whole estuary.
Christo and his colleagues have filed a fourth High Court application against the Buffalo City Municipality, demanding that they stop the sewage spills from 𝗵𝗶𝗀𝗆𝗆 in this area of the estuary. It is due to be heard on the 22nd of March. 𝗬𝗵𝗶𝘀 is the spokesperson for the Buffalo City Municipality.
At the moment, it's a big challenge for everyone concerned, but ultimately, we have to find a long-term solution for 𝗵𝗶𝗀𝗆𝗆.
Moving over 20,000 people is no easy task, and although the Buffalo City Municipality has the land in place, they are still in the process of requesting funding from the national government. At the time of broadcast, 𝗬𝗵𝗀 wasn't sure what the actual budget is. But in the interim, he says, they're trying to improve the existing sewage infrastructure in 𝗵𝗶𝗀𝗆𝗆 to prevent the spills into the estuary.
By allowing sewage to go straight into the estuary is breaking the law.
Yes.
It is breaking the law. We agree on that.
The reason why I'm saying yes, no, I want to be specific on this. It's because you are quite correct, it's an obligation. But if people are vandalizing our pump station, if people are throwing foreign objects on our pump station, and if we fix it today, it gets vandalized again the following day, there are mitigating factors, and that's what I'm trying to show in this instance.
Regardless of the mitigating factors, according to the municipality's bylaws, the discharge of sewage into any public space or storm drain is illegal. The following day, we returned to the area around Torquay Road as Christo had received a tip-off that there was an increased amount of sewage pouring into the estuary from the overflow system.
So I don't know whether we're lucky or unlucky, because today we've come back and it's flowing, and
They've got 6 months to do something about this here. 6 months. This can't go on like this. It has to stop. It has to stop.
On the 27th of January, the High Court ordered the municipality to provide an alternative to the purpose-made overflow system on Torquay Road within 180 days. According to 𝗬𝗀𝗆𝗆, they have subsequently received a R1 million grant to upgrade this sewage infrastructure, which will solve the problem. He confirmed this will be completed within the deadline of their court order.
does the city even know how much tourism it would bring? It doesn't take a genius to figure out that if we can solve this problem, we can actually bring more money into the municipality. Is there no one in this entire municipality that sees that?
I agree on that, and all of us want to see that place in a better place than it is right now. I think the issue here is mainly speed.
This river means a lot to me. I didn't really enjoy other sports, but as soon as I found paddling, I knew it was where I needed to be.
The attraction it brings to East London, it's amazing. So with the water quality going down, it's really sad because it's just like what we love.
When will the Buffalo City Municipality say no more sewage into the Nahoon Estuary? Is it even possible?
If we were to just relocate the pipe system in there, we'll need 200 million for that area only. But we don't have 200 million sitting somewhere in the coffers of the municipality.
Under-resourced and under pressure, can the municipality fix the aging sewage infrastructure and prevent more illegal spills into the Nahoon Estuary?
It's a daunting task, but it's gotta be sorted in piecemeal. It will take at least 2 years.
2 years, Sam. Christo, how far are you willing to take this?
The water quality of the estuary is non-negotiable. It has to improve, and we will not stop until that happens.
Water is our most precious resource, and it is our most impacted resource. Our water systems are hugely threatened. We thrive when our rivers thrive. There's that whole saying, water is life, and without clean, healthy aquatic ecosystems, I think our connection with nature is lost.